Have you ever come so close to success that you could feel it, but life kept knocking you down again and again until you almost quit? This is the story of Daniel, a man who built a startup from nothing, lost everything, and then built it all back again. But what made him special wasn't genius or luck. It was that he refused to quit. Daniel was an ordinary software engineer with extraordinary dreams. He believed technology could make people's lives simpler. So one night, after another long day at his corporate job, he stayed up till 3 a.m., sketching an idea on a napkin, an app that would help small shops manage inventory easily, without expensive systems. He didn't have investors. He didn't have a team. Just a laptop, a few $100s in savings, and a belief that this could work. So he quit his job and went all in. Everyone told him he was crazy. His friends said, "You're throwing away stability." His parents said, "Startups never work." But Daniel said, "If I don't try now, I'll regret it forever." The first few months were brutal. He lived in a tiny apartment eating instant noodles, coding 16 hours a day. He pitched investors, rejected. He launched his first version buggy. He tried marketing, no traction. Every night he stared at his screen, wondering, what if they're right? What if I really can't do this? But every morning he forced himself up, whispered, "Just one more day." That was his mantra. Not one more year, not one more month, just one more day. 1 year later, Daniel's app had a few hundred users. Then one day, his biggest client canceled their contract. He was out of money. He couldn't pay his rent. He called his old boss, ready to ask for his job back. But as he held the phone, something inside him said, "If I give up now, all my struggle will mean nothing." So he hung up. He went for a long walk in the rain, and when he came back, he decided, if I'm going to fail, I'll fail completely empty. No regrets. He reworked the product from scratch. He reached out personally to customers. He learned from every mistake instead of blaming luck. He said to himself, "I'll treat failure as feedback." Months passed. He started gaining traction slowly but steadily. A few loyal customers began spreading the word. He focused on solving their problems, not chasing trends. Soon, a local business magazine noticed him and wrote an article. "The startup that refuses to die." That headline changed everything. Investors called. Customers signed up. His company grew fast. Within 2 years, Daniel's little startup that once lived in a dusty apartment had offices, employees, and thousands of users across the country. When a journalist asked him, "What kept you going when everyone else would have quit?" Daniel smiled and said, "I didn't fall in love with success. I fell in love with the process. Every no taught me something that yes never could." Years later, Daniel became an angel investor. He mentored young entrepreneurs, many of whom struggled like he once did. One of them asked Daniel, "How do you know when to quit?" He paused and replied, "When quitting no longer feels like relief, but regret, that's when you keep going."